Hi everyone, welcome back. In today's video I wanted to show you something extremely important, which is the selection of the trees, the fruit trees that we are going to plant. And just this morning I went to buy a few of them because today I want to replace the ones that they died or they were not so good. So today is a good day because tomorrow they are saying it's gonna rain again, so I want to take the chance to plant it today. And I want to show you guys what I got. So okay, it's 1, 2, 3 and 4. These are the plants that I got. So this one is a peach, and this one also it's a peach. This one is an apple, and that one is an apricot. So when you guys are going to get fruit trees, you should check first of all, well, if you are here in Europe, they should have this kind of labels where you have this, European Union sticks. That states that the tree is, is done according to the laws, international laws, I guess, something like that. And yeah, it's like a passport. It's like a plant passport, and so you can trace your trees actually all the way back to the rootstock and whatever. And so one thing that you guys want to check when you go is that the grafting point is healing. This is very important, and that the roots are solid, that they are in a good shape. And it depends on the rootstock. I mean, not all the trees will be the same kind of roots. Hey Asia, go away. But what I wanted to show you, that I didn't check it today. I didn't check, when I got the plant. You guys look at this now. It's very bad actually. The seller shouldn't do this. I should be the first one saying that, or having a look. I didn't see because actually she was a bit in a rush, and I asked her already to change a few other of these trees. And when she gave me this, I thought it was okay, but then I realized it once I got back home. This happens so many times. They will try to sell you things that are not good, in a good shape, and now I have to cut. See, if I leave this, the chances that this is gonna heal are very low, and actually this will probably spread because this will never have the chance to heal. So what I'm going to do, I will, like we do in the pruning, I will try to make a very clean cut nearby another root, or somewhere here maybe, yeah, just above the crack. You see the crack goes all the way here. Maybe on this one I will try to make a very clean cut. And this is very important. We shouldn't be doing this because you see how many roots now I have to throw away. I think this one is an apricot. Usually they're very strong, but yeah, this thing shouldn't happen. And yeah, we have to be very, very careful when we select the trees. Every time I go with this intention, like I try to remind myself, you have to check the plants, but then all the time something that happens, they manage to sell me something that it's not good in some way or the other. I mean, that's their job, right? And yeah, later I will also show you how I'm gonna plant this. Okay, so now we are here where I prepared the hole already. Actually it's as big as this, but you cannot really see because I prepared it a few days ago. So what we want to do, so what I did, actually I dug out a pretty big hole, and because I had a lot of compost that I did, you know, using the food waste and wood chip. So when I dug the hole, I put in about a full wheelbarrow of compost, and I mix it with pretty much all the soil that was there, and this is the result, because I have a very clay soil, and I have issue with the peaches. They always have, for what I see, they struggle a lot with the anaerobic soil, and so what I'm thinking is that by giving all this organic material, maybe the soil will have a better drainage capacity and a better structure over time. So again, so the way I start, usually I prepare a little mound where I will place the tree. I prepare a little mound because it depends on the shape of the roots, actually, but usually they always have this point here, which is like how do you say like it's like in a cone shape usually, and so it makes sense to create that little bump and firmly place the tree there. Usually it will fit, so we are sure that we are filling this gap, just, you know, where the roots are starting, that this gap is sitting on the top of the mound. And again, we should look. Now I'm seeing here this root is damaged there, and another, wait, so it's damaged here and it's damaged here. Actually, again, I should have checked for all this, but you will never have a perfect plant also here, you see. If you see anything like this, then you have to make sure that before you plant it, you make a clean cut wherever it's not good. Clean cut. Also under here, I see, you see, it has been damaged. Clean cut. Here, you see, it's snapped. Clean cut. And here, this one will be a bit harder. I hope the cut will be nice. Okay, it's a very big cut, this one. Again, if it's possible, we shouldn't do this, but now I'm sure that, you know, the roots are okay, and we can go ahead and plant. So what we want to see also is that the level, it's not easy with one hand, with two hands, but wherever we see roots, even small roots starting from, that's where we should be covering the soil up to, you know, not any more than that and not lower than that. And because these are peaches, and I know here that they struggle with this type of soil because it's too wet, I'm gonna keep it a bit raised from the ground level, because anyway this soil will get down as soon as the water will come. All the air that was, you know, inside the hole, which is normal whenever you dig soil, you know, you will introduce a lot of air, and as soon as the soil will get wet again, then it will drop the level. So keeping this in mind, I will always plant the fruit trees a bit higher than the ground level, and especially these trees that I know already that they struggle with this type of soil. So I will put down the camera for a while because I have to put it. I cannot do it with only one hand, but yeah. So this is pretty much the beginning. So now our plant is in place already. We covered all the roots with soil, and also I got some potting mix also with these little rocks to make sure that I get the maximum of the drainage here in this type of soil. And what I'm doing now, there is still a bit of a gap from this level to this one. So now is the time that I add this is like manure, manure in a pellet, pills. Yeah. And it's very common here in Italy. I don't know in the rest of the world if they have, but yeah. So what I'm doing with this, actually you can use any kind of manure. If you don't have manure and you have this, it's okay also. So what I'm doing, I'm spreading it on the outside of the hole. I don't want it to put too close to the root system because this is quite strong, and I didn't put any of this inside the hole. I'm just putting it now at the end on the top, nearby the surface. And the idea is that with the water, actually this one will sink down by its own, so we don't put any undecomposed material in deep down under the soil. With the compost, I think it's okay as long as we know for sure it's completed, it's completely decomposed, as it was my compost. I think that's no issue with that. But if we have this type of material, we don't really know like how it has been processed, and I'm quite sure, and also the smell is very strong. I'm quite sure that it won't be that good if we put it down into the soil too deep. So once I've done this, we can mix it a bit. You can use your hands or you can use anything else, and just a little, and then we continue with the rest of the soil. We cover and we get to the same level of this one. Okay, so we have done with the soil. We placed it all back. So I don't know if you can see, but the plant is just a few centimeters above the ground level, and again, this one will sink down very soon with the first rain. The soil will sink down and the plant will too, so that's why we keep it a bit higher. And so now the only thing that is left to do is to prune these branches, to select the starting point of the canopy of our fruit tree. So this is very important phase, because now we are deciding forever like where the beginning of our canopy will be. I mean, we can also adjust it later, but now it will be the starting point. It's very important to do this. So doing this, we will, because many people, they don't do this, they don't prune when they plant. The result is that the plant will be very weak. It will not have that boost of sprouting. And if we are going to prune, these branches, to tip these branches, we are gonna ask the plant to produce more vegetation, so this will give also a boost to the root system, and altogether will be very beneficial for the plant. You will see will be very different with doing this kind of pruning and not doing it. So yeah, the only thing here, you see this big branch. It's not ideal to have such a big difference. This one is already bigger, almost bigger than the main trunk. So actually it is bigger already. So it's not ideal to have something like this, but because I have no other choice beneath this branch, you see there is no other branches here. If there would have been another one here, where there was actually, but they cut it out, I think, at the nursery, I don't know. So if there was another one here, definitely I would have cut it. I would have make a cut here, just above this branch here, and that would have been very, very good, I think. But now, because I don't have any other choice, and I don't want, so another option is actually to cut below all these branches and try to awake, you see here there should be 2 buds for each internode here, but right now they are not visible, so theoretically they can be awakened if we make such a cut. We force the plant to awaken these buds, but it's not ideal also. So what I will do now is to cut here and tip all the rest of the branches. So now clean cut, and now I will prune everything about the same about the same height. Oh, I cannot cut it. 1 second. It's not easy with one hand. And this one. Okay, so this is the result, and you will see now we are encouraging the plant to really resprout strongly, and we will see I left many branches because then we have the choice, then we can have a choice afterwards. We can select out of this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 branches, we can select maximum 4, ideally 3 if they are in a good position, and this is the result, the final result. Okay, so for today we have done, we saw how I'm planting the fruit trees. I hope this was helpful for you, and I'll see you again in the next video. Bye.